And good evening and welcome to the Guinness Pro 12, where the Ospreys take on their close rivals Ulster at the Liberty Stadium. You're listening to Andy Moore and Darren James on the English language red button commentary service. No changes in the starting 15 for the Ospreys after their narrow defeat at Racing Metro. There's plenty of experience up front though, with only Mark Thomas and Rainier Bernardo uncapped. Behind, it's more of the same, with former halfbacks, Webb and Biggar, looking to reach the wings of Eli Walker and Hanno Dirksen to play that wide, expansive game. Two changes for the Ulster team after last week's defeat at the hands of the Scarlets. Andrew Warwick replaces Callum Black on the front row, and he packs down alongside captain Rory Best. Look out for an experienced back row of Diak, Wilson and Ross. Behind the scrum, the other change comes in the form of Mike Allen, who replaces Craig Gilmore on the left wing. Ruan Pina makes only his third start of the season after getting injured for South Africa in the Rugby Championships. And the subs, plenty of experience there, but one name that will stand out, number 19 for the Ospreys, Dan Lydiot, looking to make his debut should he come off the bench. Neil Patterson, he'll take charge of his 65th competitive game this evening, and he's ably assisted by Nigel Owens and Chris Williams. Tim Hayes will be tonight's television match official, and John Charles hopefully won't be needed, but he is the sighting officer should he be required.
Time's on.
So, start of the game, and joining me, David James.
Keep going, keep going.
Normally a good encounter between these two teams, and no reason to expect any different.
No, it should be a good game tonight. Ulster obviously on the back of a defeat against the Scarlets, just a few miles down the road from last week, but safe start from the Ospreys, but giving the ball straight back to Ulster, haven't they?
Take a step.
Oh, Webb with the box kick,
Use it.
not quite regathered, but the Ospreys doing enough in terms of counter-wrecking to give them the opportunity. Take the ball through. Dan Evans just taking it out of his 22. Webb, that's where he's been so dangerous the last few weeks. Scrum half does very well to offload. And again, it's good from the Ospreys. Very positive start. Biggar. Spiral kick. Not the norm nowadays, but just shows what a good kick it can be if carried out correctly.
Yeah, great little burst there, half burst there by Rhys Webb. What are you always looking to do? Probe defences. Then there was set piece. Then it was passed to Biggar, who put a pinpoint accurate kick just to get the boys out of the red zone, deep into Ulster territory.
Are you half back? Then you come. Thank you.
It's Andrew Warwick just giving Rory Best, his captain, the last-minute call at this first line-out. Off the top. Pina does well, offloads. So number 8, Wilson. Pina again, good to see him on the pitch. Injured in the Rugby Championship for South Africa, making only his third start for Ulster. Good drive again from the Ospreys, causing all sorts of problems, not letting Ulster have their own way, and are rewarded with the first penalty of the game.
Great first up hit really on the big ball carrier Roger Wilson. One man went low, Justin Tibrick, and then James King come in to finish him off. Great tackling. Then you've seen the instrumental Alun Wyn Jones leading from the front, forcing that turnover. Penalty under the sticks. Should be 3 points easily for Dan Biggar.
Well, that was Alun Wyn Jones up against Franco van der Merwe. And Alun Wyn Jones coming off Best. And will give this man, Dan Biggar, the opportunity to increase his points tally and to open the scoring for the Ospreys. Had a very good autumn international series, I felt, for Wales, with his partner Rhys Webb. I think the pleasing point all round was the fact that they took their regional form into the international. And he's done the same with his kicking abilities. Less than 3 minutes on the clock, 3 points on the board for the Ospreys. And Ulster will know, should they transgress anywhere within their own half, they will be punished.
Yeah, they don't want to give too many penalties away with the kicking ability, the prowess of Dan Biggar, who slotted that nonchalantly and just jogged straight back then, back to his own side.
High long kick again, fielded by Dirksen, under no pressure at all. Tackle comes in from Warwick. It's there for Webb. Again, not happy to kick first. They look to offload. Downfield. It's the number 8, Wilson again. Tackle comes in from Baldwin, stops him at source. Pina now has the opportunity. Finds his outside half. Humphreys happy to put the ball high. Biggar, how many times do you see him take that ball? Not only does he defuse the high ball, bumps the first tackle, sets the ball up for Webb. Little sniping run, flat pass, it's there again. Good build-up play from the Ospreys. Evans standing in a fullback. Matavesi, he's held. Centre does just about enough to maintain possession. Slower for Webb.
What's that gate, please?
Ardron, number 8, takes it up, offers himself to Webb. No scrum half there.
Use it!
Use it as the call from the referee. Webb uses the boot. Not his best.
Play on.
And it's Clive Ross, Ulster open side, who does best.
Stay.
Look at Pina there, looking over the top, just seeing what's going on. Finds Humphreys. Wilson pops up in the midfield. Scrappy ball, not a knock on though. It's off Pina's feet, under the intense pressure from Alun Wyn Jones.
Just knock on there.
A little bit scrappy, but not for want of trying, Dev.
Oh, a lot of effort and doer going on there, but yeah, a little bit scrappy. First off, Rhys Webb there with a kick that just basically went up and down, but then a little bit scrappy. But look at Dan Biggar here in the air, commanding it. As all fullbacks or 10s, if they're running into that position, command it to the guy coming onto the ball. He took that. Fantastic take by Dan Biggar.
Yeah, from the moment his feet left the ground, never took his eye off the ball. And it's something that is a very, very strong part of his game.
Yeah,
he has a habit of getting involved in the first couple of minutes of the game. Now, certainly for Wales against...
Crouch.
See the pack there. Ospreys just heavier than Ulster. And I'm sure they'll be looking to use that advantage at this scrum. Quickly going back to Biggar, though. Very physical, not afraid to put it about.
No, in fairness to him, he's not the biggest of chaps, but he does get stuck in. As you've seen against South Africa, he was leading from the front, really. Very up-front tackler. He's not a revolving door. He does make his tackles. But what I like about him, he commands it in the air. He dictates. He leads his pack. He controls them.
No. Just a slip here and here.
Slip on the front row, says Mr. Patterson. Pina looking to take that quickly, expecting a free kick, not coming.
Yeah, the binder's no issues. Both their feet went. Gentlemen, come on.
Fitzpatrick had a torrid time last week against Samson Lee and Rob Evans, rather, down in the Scarlets. Is he going to have the same sort of problems down here in the Ospreys ground?
Crouch.
It's an imposing figure, Ruan Pina, with the ball.
Set.
Very talented individual, can play 9 or 10. Not really going anywhere there. Referee just wants that ball out of there. It's at Wilson's feet. Pina plays behind. He finds Alun. Evans does well. Keep it in. Off that left foot. Just happy to push the ball downfield. Ulster. Through Humphreys. It's a very, very good kick. Excellent kick from the outside half.
Superb kick there. You've seen his outside backs who come back to support him, pointing where the space was. You see Hanno Dirksen was up flat, put it back over the top of him. Fantastic kick deep into the Ospreys 22. Fantastic kick there by Humphreys.
So Scott Baldwin has the opportunity at this line out. Goes to the front. Simple play. Webb. Flatter kick this time. I'm sure he'll tell you he did mean that, but not convinced. Crowd think that's forward from Alun. Referee not interested. Webb does well, clears. No surprise at all to find his halfback partner Biggar on hand. Evans. It's a wide ball, Matavesi. A little dummy, looks for the offload, almost gets it into the hands of Beck, can't quite get it. And that was Luke Marshall, who's held, but the tackle was made before.
Yeah, you could see there, you know, Tommy Bowe was taken before the ball there, but it was great work there by Luke Marshall. He just regathered that ball. He's seen Tommy Bowe bursting onto it, but the Ospreys infringed in penalty to Humphreys. Is he going to go with a slot of goal here? No, down the touchline.
Well, it's a very acute angle, just 5 metres to work with. Off that left foot. And it wasn't a very confident strike at all. Possibly trying to be a little bit too cute.
Yeah, I think that was a shocker, to be fair. You know, even if he only got 10 metres down the line, it would have been better than that. That was off his triangle boots at best.
Good little show from Matavesi. Offload. Beck couldn't quite get it, and good interplay then between Marshall and Bowe, as you say, taken early. But Ulster not able to take advantage of that.
I see Ashley Beck making a comeback here. He's had a lot of problems with his hips, and you know, he's looking to try and break into the Osprey team and then hopefully progress into the Welsh setup. We'll see how this guy goes today.
He's fine. Crouch. Bind.
Moldovan international R-hip, just checking with the referee, checking that Warwick was binding correctly. Webb quickly finds Biggar. Little cross kick, comes out to Dirksen. Tackled by Ludik, the fullback. That's good play from Darren Cave, the centre, and it's left to Tipperick. High ball from the open side, perfectly judged, kept it in play, but Ludik were at it well. And the Ulster fullback happy to kick it downfield to his opposite number.
Stand 12.
Ludik again. Down the channel, not going anywhere. Biggar will take it up this time. Wide pass infield, finds Walker. Little step off that left foot. Baldwin finds Biggar. Matavesi on the wing. Little dink through. Really good play from the centre. And that's Pina showing all his skill and ability, as if he's playing sevens end. Starts the move off. Little switch play. Wilson, excellent offload in. Van der Merwe. Excellent play from Ulster. Pina again. Humphreys looks for the wide ball. Opportunity now for Ulster to come wide through Cave. Tackles made. Mike Allen clears out. Pina has the ball again. Finds Humphreys. Best through the middle. Pina yet again. Little spill, but does well. Diak.
4 out.
Bernardo is told to get himself out of that ruck. Did enough to slow it down, though. Likewise, Tipperick. Allen. Good little flick up off the ball from Fitzpatrick, the plop. Pina again, just looking. Offloads to his captain, Best.
Step.
Good build-up play from Ulster. Pina again, instrumental in everything that's good about Ulster so far. Marshall.
3 block release, tackle release.
Wide ball. It'll show and go from Humphreys, couldn't get it. Should be play on.
Knocked on. Oh.
That's a try.
No, I think that could well be a try.
He's saying no, he's given a knock on straight away. I thought that was a bit harsh, really. I think it was an Ospreys man that knocked that on, and Tommy Bowe just reacted there.
That's very interesting.
Forward in the pickup.
Neil Patterson, the referee there, just checking, and Nigel Owens come in, told him exactly, verbatim from the rule book, exactly what he can do. Knocked on there by 14, you can't ask for an opinion.
Is that what he said?
Almost, referee.
I didn't catch her. But look at this now. Look at the skill now by Pina. This is why he's world class. Steps, bang, guts away from him. He's got the awareness now. He sees, hang on, the defence is up. Right, step again. Look for the offload. 2v1, pop. Great interplay.
But you know, I made it look easy.
Yeah, well, that's a sign of a class team. But this is what I'd like to see more in Welsh rugby, really. The interlink, what we used to see from before. Keeping the ball alive. It's like chasing shadows.
That's 4 or 5 very, very simple but effective passes, and it's made by the support runners. It's made by the people coming from deep and giving the ball carrier an option. Instigated by that man there.
Well, it's all about spaces, not faces. Remember that one, Andy? We'll use that again.
No real comeback on that, though. No real comeback. There you can see possession shaded by Ulster. Borne out by the fact that the Ospreys are about to put the ball into the scrum via Rhys Webb, 5 metres from their own line after a sustained period of pressure from Ulster. And this is something the referees have to sort out. It'd be interesting, Dav, just have a little listen as to what the referee says here.
We talked about what you were going to do at the scrum, and you told me how honest you were going to be and how you were going to keep the scrums up. From what I'm seeing in the first couple, you haven't achieved that. I suggest you talk to your front rows, get it higher and get them stable. Otherwise, we're going to go very quickly down the route of penalties and yellow cards.
Well, you have to admire him, really. He's setting his stall out. You know, he said that they're not abiding to the laws, and if they're not going to do it, he's going to go to the cards and he's going to put them in the bin. Fair play, can't argue with that.
No, but he's got to do it.
Yes, consistency's key.
That's 2.
Crouch! Bind! Set!
Now what I'd like here is a 9. I want my number 8 picking up and just getting a couple of metres over the game.
White.
Well, a better scrum.
Not pushing straight, going straight across the scrum.
There we are, not pushing straight across the scrum is the call from Neil Patterson, the referee.
Yeah.
Normally what happens there is the opposing prop shakes his head.
Keep them off the scrum, keep your feet under.
Me, sir? No chance.
And the Ospreys just happy to clear their lines, get outside the 22. Talk us through this one, Dab.
Yeah, you can see now he's buckling across. He is coming across the scrum here. Callum Black by the look of it, but I couldn't really go into the intricacies of it.
Stay in the 15.
Alun Wyn Jones, customary one-handed take. Another great ball player, makes it look so easy. As Baldwin, he's the driver at the back, led by Rhys Webb. Webb, box kick, just about manages to evade the attention of Clive Ross. Knock-on advantage. Alun Wyn Jones finds Matavesi. Look to go wide through Beck. Little step, he's opposite Darren Cave, who tries to rip the ball. Matavesi clears out, but he's come in from the side, right in front of the referee, and a soft penalty there, really, to give away. Yeah, I think it was a great defensive tackle initially that held him up on his back there, and then Matavesi just come in from the side, right in front of the referee. A little bit silly, really. No need to do it. They were in the ascendancy sort of phase, really. Humphreys opts for the sticks. It's been quite entertaining the first quarter of an hour or so.
I have my hand up, stay in the 15.
Both teams looking as though they want to play a little bit of rugby, which is pleasing to see, really, that it doesn't turn into just a kicking duel. There's some passing into play, some great offloads coming from both teams, really.
It's Marshall and Cave, Ulster centres, who look to try and wrap up Beck. And then Matavesi comes in from the side, right in front of the referee. Easy decision to make. And gives Humphreys the opportunity to level the scores, which he duly does.
Yeah, he'd be happy with that one. Humphreys, after his poor touch-finding kick a little bit earlier on, he'd be happy with that. Just settle his nerves back down, 3 points apiece.
Well, that takes him over 700 points now. Ian Humphreys, his 3rd spell with Ulster, having played for London Irish and Leicester. Biggar, again looking at this longer kick. Touched in flight. So you can run if you're in front of the ball and you're not offside. Ospreys use the width of the pitch though, back this time, just dinks it through, and a nothing kick really. Just coughs up possession a little bit further up the field. I would rather see a player keep the ball in hand, come back inside, look for numbers.
Well, they've just given the ball back to Ulster, haven't they, really? I think what he should have done there, young, aspiring international, really, should have taken it on. If there's nothing on, just keep hold of it, keep away from the touchline, rebuild a phase, keep the momentum going. So, right there, Andy. It was a bit of a nothing kick there.
Off the top from Van der Merwe.
12 stand!
Little dink over the top.
Oh.
Call came from the referee, 12 stand, which was Marshall who was in front. Good covering back from Walker. Lovely little step and offload finds the opposite winger, Dirksen. He's dragged down eventually by Clive Ross. Webb is there. Inside to Biggar. Plenty of numbers in midfield. Beck to Evans. There are numbers on outside. Matavesi looking for support, goes outside. The tackle comes in from Dan Tui. Play is continued though via Bernardo. Better from the Ospreys. Alun Wyn Jones takes it on. Webb, little dash down the blind side and good offload that time to Baldwin. Webb snapping at the heels. Good angle from our hip, the prop. Ball squirts out, but okay, no Webb is quick to notice it. Eli Walker, happy to be in the line, comes off his wing.
Back foot.
Oh, good ball through the middle. Alun Wyn Jones, great line. He offloads this time to Mark Thomas, and Biggar will go over for the opening score of the game. Excellent interplay between the forwards, and Dan Biggar on hand, as ever, to score the opening try.
Yeah, great interplay there. First off by our hip from the front row, picking a cracking line, but then the elusive, ever-present Alun Wyn Jones cutting a great line there. Knew he didn't have the legs to go, but had the ability to offload then to his back row, James King, who passed inside then to the ever-present once again, Biggar. Pop ball, great talk, great try, straight under the post. Well played, good interplay and good in passing there by the Ospreys.
Well, and you look, Biggar was actually standing in the number 9 position from that ruck. Alun Wyn Jones, again, ball in one hand. And Mark Thomas, very, very good offload.
It's pleasing to see as both props are interplaying on that. They wanted the ball in their hands. Mark Thomas and Dimitri Arhip both had a little dab at it, and then both not dying with the ball, offloading, which is very, very impressive.
Yeah, Thomas did exceptionally well there. Attracted 3 players. Firstly, to be in support of Alun Wyn Jones. Secondly, attracted 3 players. And then Thomas released the ball at the right moment and put his outside half over. Ospreys 10, Ulster 3.
That's a maul!
Maul is called.
Don't swim up. No,
so the Ospreys need to do something with that. Should nothing happen, it'll be a turnover. But Webb has the ball at the back. Persists with the box kick. Chase has to be good, but it's Mike Allen this time who comes out on top. Takes the ball, Pina. Wide pass to Humphreys. A little dart, really. A little bit unsure. And a huge hit comes in from Alun Wyn Jones on Louis Ludic, the fullback. A little bit of a spring in the step of the Ospreys now. Defensively, Pina finds Diak. Good ball from the blind side. Looking to find Tommy Bowe.
No, it's off his feet.
Bowe couldn't make inroads, taken down, but manages to maintain possession. That's Marshall.
7, block, move!
Nowhere really to go, comes back to strength. Bullet of a pass from Pina. And a high ball again, this time Evans not able to take. Walker looks to hack on.
Forward in the take.
But Evans not able to take the high ball. Little knock on, and it'll be scrum down. Ulster ball.
Yeah, both teams are having a little dart here. Great little fly act through there from one of the Ulster players. But then look what Eli Walker here. Having the awareness, beats the first one. The second one doesn't die with the ball. A great offload to Hanno then, Dirksen, who's got back as well. Great play by Eli Walker. Well done. Great speed, great awareness then to offload. Good power play then as well, also by Hanno Dirksen.
Well, in fairness, Walker, Dirksen and Evans play very much as a back 3.
Yeah, well, that's the ability of, you know, the sign of a good back 3 is really the communication and working in tandem together. If one comes back, the others come across. They fill the spaces, they communicate well, and that's what these young 3 for the Ospreys are certainly doing.
Thank you. No preloading. Keep it steady behind you. Okay, thank you. There's your mark. Time's back on.
Well, there's a statistic that either coach won't be happy with. 10 missed tackles. 6 for Ulster, 4 for the Ospreys, and it'll certainly give Steve Tandy something to think about there at half-time. All about statistics now. Continually monitored the players. Nowhere to hide anymore, Dev, unfortunately.
No, it's all monitored even with GPS now, and it's rigged up to the computers up in the stand. So when people are failing or struggling with their fitness levels, they are picked up, highlighted quickly.
Luckily, we finished before technology took over. Ulster again then, on the attack.
Just keep an eye on that, Nigel.
Good ball, good counter rucking. Webb does well, engulfed by his opposite number Peanut. That's King, finds Biggar, flat ball. Good play, Dirksen. Inside to Beck.
Is he going?
Beck is in a foot race, a little show and go, a good dummy. Tackled into the ground by Peanut. Still the Ospreys in front though. Pick up from Matavesi. He seems to be on his own.
Off your feet,
Waiting for the support to arrive. Comes in the shape of Biggar. Darren Cave is over the top, looking to jackal the ball. Has done so, is on his feet.
The two centres there working in unison, and Darren Cave and Luke Marshall. Seen they took him to ground, both over the top and jackling straight away. But great interplay there by the Ospreys, showing their worth that they want to spread the ball and create some tries. Watch.
Nothing from the last scrum, Neil. I didn't say anything, I just let you carry it on, okay? Everything was good. Play on.
Look at this turnover, he's straight down on the ball, but having the awareness to get it away from the breakdown. First off, Rhys Webb just clears it in. Tipperick, the ever clever player as he is, sees the gaps there, then a great passing out flight. Give it to your pace man.
Yeah, and that was the good thing there, is recognising when there's space and a player who's quicker than you outside. How many times do we see the inside guys hang on to the ball, take it to the... give it to the quick man. That's why
exactly.
He's there.
If the space is there, give it to him and just trail inside and he'll pick up more tries if that's what you're looking for.
No rush from that Ulster pack to get to this line out. Looking to take a little bit of the sting out of the Ospreys' attacking play. Warwick again relaying the call to Best. They go middle line. Maul is called. It's at the back. Best trying to get his hands on the ball. You'll find that there's an arm from Alun Wyn Jones there as Pienaar comes in. South African scrum half also goes the aerial route. Dirksen comes in. Advantage white is the call.
Yeah, he didn't look too confident going up on that ball. He's got to make it his own there, really. He was right position. He's got to really attack that ball in the air, Hanno Dirksen has.
Gentlemen, front of whether you were all in shock that a scrum staying up.
And there we are, you can see confirmation that it's 3 apiece for the handling errors. Whereas that man, 1 high ball, 1 fantastic take from Dan Biggar.
Crouch. Bind. Set.
Black, black, black.
Well,
down, black going down to his knees.
That's a call from Chris Williams on this near side. Black going down to his knees. And you would say, given what referee Mr. Patterson said in the first couple of minutes, that a card won't be far away.
Yeah, he's got to stand to that, really. He seemed to have shied away from that decision, really, because following on from that conversation, another poor kick, sorry.
Well, that's a big surprise, because I was about to say, Ruan Pienaar is taking that penalty. Quite often takes hold of the kicking duties, but that's 1 on either side of the pitch from Ulster. Most unlike them. Evans, plenty of space this time, fullback there as well, despite the attention of Mike Allen. Webb finds Biggar. Matavesi just going through the hands. Walker had the option of Beck, who came on the switch move, but there was nothing given as Webb comes again. This time he hits up through Dimitri Arhip, the Moldovan international. Webb again finds Biggar, stands wider. Evans, little offload. Tipperick's in the line. Ball again gets its way out towards Dirksen. This time it's Ardron, the number 8. He's got Webb inside, looks for a little handoff, but no surprising there. It's Ruan Pienaar, his opposite number, making the tackle. Yet again, the South African saving the lines for Ulster. Evans comes in and plays 9, finds Biggar. Tipperick, little switch pass with Matavesi, takes the return ball. He's taken down by Franco van der Merwe.
Great
and a knock on from the Ospreys, but again, very, very good interplay A good attacking play from the Ospreys.
Yeah, great play there. You've seen Dan Biggar. He's calling for it. A missed ball there behind the back to Dan. Then Tipuric, the ever-elusive. Hanno didn't die with it. Number 8, great interplay there. Rhys Webb, but look who's back there making a tackle. The world-class penal. But great play here by the Ospreys. They got the awareness, not dying with the ball. 2-on-1, back inside. Always look for the support player. Great play.
You'd be disappointed as a 9 that if your opposite number had the ball, you weren't within camera shot of him.
Fair play. Great. I'm very impressed at the moment with the interlinking that the Ospreys are doing at the moment. They're trying to play a little bit of width, and they're causing a lot of problems. They're moving it to their pace men, creating the space, and that's exactly what we want to see.
Well, you look at that 214 metres made by the Ospreys, just so through those couple of attacks that they've had. 99 metres for Ulster, so a significant advantage there in favour of the Ospreys. Again, it's the second penalty, consecutive penalty at the scrummage.
White going forward.
See, you know, he said it was cards coming. They haven't been coming very quickly, are they?
Black under pressure. He's going backwards. He went down under pressure.
Well, that's 4 penalties against the Ospreys, 3 Ulster. Second consecutive penalty at the scrummage, and given for pretty much the same offence. So you would expect the card to be coming out of Mr. Patterson's pockets shortly. Better news for Ulster in terms of the kicking tactics. They find the touchline this time.
Skipper, come on. Tight heads are 2 against them. We very quickly go down the route. We don't want to go down.
That's Neil Doak looking on, former scrum half, now coaching Ulster. Be pleased with the way that their scrum is going, as in the background Mr. Patterson's just had a word with Alun Wyn Jones, saying that's 2 penalties at the scrummage. Hip offloads Webb. Very wide pass to Matavesi. He goes, oh, it was one of those Tommy Bowe looked to take a chance, couldn't quite get it. Knock on, play on advantage. Little dink from Webb. Tipuric identified his scrum half was close at hand, offered himself as an option. Tyler Adron steadies the ship, takes it forward under the attention of Clive Ross.
Ball's available.
Webb to Biggar. Ball comes behind to Evans. That's Hooker, Baldwin. Good play again. Excellent tackle though from Rory Best on Dan Evans.
It's pretty much a try-saving tackle there by Rory Best. How did he get across there? But great interplay once again by Biggar and Dan Evans. They're just interlinking. Look at the interlink around there. Hanno having the awareness. Dan Evans, if he gets past him, I'm pretty sure he's going in.
Textbook tackle.
Some good rugby being played by both teams, in fairness. The Ospreys looking the sharper at the moment. That's why they're 10-3 up.
It's a very good pass as well from Hanno Dirksen. Very well weighted. Best shows there's more than one string to his bow with his defensive qualities, and now taking up normal duties as you'd expect from a hooker. Back of the maul.
9-9.
High ball from Pina. Tipuric is underneath it. Takes it easily and offloads to Dirksen. Sensible play from the winger. Luke Marshall trying to keep him up on his feet. Biggar to Matavesi. Ospreys keen to go through the hands all the time. Dan Evans, you can see Matavesi looking to take that support role just in case there is an offload.
He missed it, but you knocked it on the floor.
Yeah, Dan Evans just seems to be slicing through the defence at the moment. Very much instrumental in the way that the Ospreys are moving that ball wide. Very competent fullback. Come from where was he? The Dragons last year, and he's made a massive impact in the Ospreys this season.
Well, I think you have to say that from second, they've been very, very positive. And here we see Matavesi finding Evans, little step. And you can see Matavesi coming through there. He's expecting that offload, and I think that's just...
Yeah, Yeah, it's good to see. I think, you know, with the way that they're playing, people are going to be falling off. They're not running straight into people. Like I said earlier, they're looking for the spaces. That's the opportunity where you're going to get the offload. You're going to get your hands free and just interlink. That's what we've seen with the first try, with players taking, giving, and around the back options available.
Well, it does help when you have players like that. Tipperick taking the ball forward. And also, when you look at the statistics, 9 missed tackles from Ulster compared to the 4 from the Ospreys. And you can see that's why the Ospreys are getting through that first up tackling line of Ulster. And when you get the likes of Tipperick, Ardrup, people who can run through these gaps and put the backs into space as well, comfortable out in that midfield.
He's like another centre, isn't he, Tipperick? You know, fantastic hands, great engine on him, and he's got a deceptive turn of pace.
That's not straight if you want it, not straight if you want it, not straight if you want it.
Big call coming in from Nigel Owens on the touchline to the referee saying that's not straight if you want it. Scourge of every scrum half. Dan Evans straight out there. Wayward kick from the fullback. Not really under any pressure, just tried to put a little bit too much behind it and just pulled it slightly.
Let's watch if it's not
Here's
straight
the
then.
Call. Oh, perfect. Didn't see it straight into the second row's feet.
Yeah. No.
Brilliant.
It depends on which angle you're at, whether it's straight or not, doesn't it?
Off the top, Peanut, wide ball into Humphreys, under pressure from Rhys Webb. Ospreys scrum half did very well to get out there from that line out. Save for Peanut again, little run across. It's a little switch with Franco van der Merwe, brings it back to strength. Second row partner, Tui takes it on.
Attack the release!
That's Ross. A little bit of width this time. Cave, look for the offload. And I'm not...
second knock on there, first one's here.
I thought possibly that might have come off an Osprey's hand there, but you could see what Cave was trying to do.
Yeah, good vision there. You know, he was looking for the offload around the back, really, drawing the 2 players and just get that little hand free just to release Rory Best once again.
There's a man who will be looking to make his debut should he come off the bench, and I'm sure he will. Dan Lydiot, back from Racing Metro, opted for the Ospreys, and I'm sure the crowd will be eagerly awaiting his entrance onto the field of play.
Let's see how this scrum goes, whether or not the referee's going to give another penalty, which has been very evident in this first half period.
Well, it was a better scrum last time.
You come up, you're the one that's stepping back. Well, we haven't proved that yet tonight.
Well, plenty of discussion in that front row. I'm sure that the referee and the crowd really will just want that ball in, out and away.
Bind.
Although I'm sure there's an awful lot of scrummaging purists out there who enjoy the encounter, and that's going nowhere.
How many
The thing
penalties
is, what
is
happens
this
now is that the... Well, let's listen to what the referee has to say first.
The line the sand's drawn. You've got issues with both your props. You're tight head on that side, you're tight head on this side, okay? We're at the stage now, we're talking yellow cards. I suggest you have a word, get the scrums up and get them straighter, okay? So on there, bro.
Well, Rory Best making a point, and I think he's quite right. 2 penalties against the Ospreys, nothing happened.
Yeah.
Penalty against Ulster.
And then he's
and the referee's come back to say, really, I mean, we did say earlier, he practically gave a final warning earlier.
Well, yeah, it's disappointing, really, because is this going to hamper the game, really? Because it is a free-flowing game on occasions, and it's looking quite good, but let's hope that scrummaging doesn't affect it.
You can see the strike of Evans, not quite clean. Straight over the line. No such trouble for Biggar, though, from that penalty. But the Ospreys not particularly clinical with their line out. Bernardo picks up and goes straight. He's gone over the top, tackled by Clive Ross. Ospreys will do well to get this one out. Webb just hits up short this time. Support is there from Baldwin, the hooker. Look to come back down that blind side, dink over the top. Call has come because there's space there. Alun.
Keep coming wide.
Good pressure, big slice kick onto the midfield. It's Biggar. Evans, little dummy. Wasn't taken though by Luke Marshall. Centre makes the tackle, it's Webb to Matavesi. Matavesi, little hitch kick, still going, looking to offload. Centre does well to hold on. Webb picks up again. Nothing really on for the scrum half. He does well though. Ardrup. It's Bernardo. Matavesi again involved. Clear out comes from Tipperick. Ball is there at the back. That's Dirksen who'll come in and play half-back. Alun Wyn Jones rides the tackle from Andrew Warwick. Webb, Biggar. Evans just seems to evade Ulster tackles at will. Webb comes back again. He's got Baldwin with him. Hooker takes it though, but he's held up by Rory Best.
Backwards.
Very good play from Scott Baldwin. Dirksen couldn't quite hold on, and he had Tipperick outside him. Didn't panic though, Dirksen. Maintained possession. That's King. Clean out yet again from Tipperick. Slower ball this time for Webb, but he's organising, looking for runners. Comes in the shape of Thomas. There again for Webb. This time he finds another member of the front row, Baldwin. Clear out.
Ball's out.
From Biggar. Dirksen. Defence is pretty strong down that blind side for Ulster. Ospreys not really making any inroads into that defensive line. Still on or about the 22. There's width out. That's a lovely line from Bernardo and an offload to Webb. And yet again, how many times have we seen the scrum half this season come on the end of a move? Great support play. Patience from the Osprey.
Yeah, great play by the Ospreys. They just built the phases up, just frustrated Ulster, drawing them in. Great line there by the Reinhard Bernardo, who hit a great line then and drew the two defenders in to give it to the player of the season at the moment, Rhys Webb.
And it all came from that missed kick. Plenty of phases, plenty of patience. And you felt at times there was not a lot on. Defensive line seemed to be in place.
Some of the handling has been superb there, but he just cut inside, drew the man, bang, Rhys Webb, easy try for him, but great following up, but the hard work was done earlier with the interlink.
That's a very, very good line from Bernardo. Took the switch ball off Ashley Beck and offloaded to the scrum half, Rhys Webb, who strolled over for his 6th try of the season. And rewards the Ospreys' patience, really, going through the phases. And no more than you would expect. Biggar adding the extras. Ospreys 17, Ulster 3.
Yeah, great play there by Reinhard. He's seen the gap there. It was a great line he took there. Just come inside two defenders, drew the last one, and then the ever-present Rhys Webb then on the inside. Lovely, easy stroll in for him for his 6th try of the season.
We look both halfbacks on the end of moves in support. Webb just happy this time just to clear the ball from the 22. Sometimes, quite often the best thing to do. How many times do you see teams lose concentration after scoring and make a little bit of a mess of it? But they did well there. Pina goes wide. Matavesi comes in, makes a tackle on Marshall. Ball's there again for Pina. Cave, Humphreys, Ludick. First tackle comes in playing penalty advantage. Pina looks to hit up flat through Diak this time. Still playing advantage. Alun Wyn Jones comes through.
Far side, we're going back here. I'm across there.
It was a high shot.
Yeah, Eli Walker just coming in a little bit high on Ludwig, just around his shoulder. The referee just picked him up straight off.
Just a time check, Tim. Time for the line out.
Well, the question is asked, which you would expect.
Yes.
There should be time for the line out. And I think if you're an Ospreys player or management, member of the management now, you will be looking to make sure that Ulster come away with nothing here. It's the 6th penalty that the Ospreys have given away in this first half. And I'm sure that Steve Tandy not only will be having a word with them about that, but he'll be wanting them to concentrate fully now in this last minute. First phase complete for Ulster. Best at the back. He'll drive. Pina will come in now. He's the eyes and ears of this maul. They're going to drive.
No, captain, don't swim.
Ball is in the hands of Rory Best. Once it's stopped, calls the referee. Pina's got screaming and shouting, organising. Alun Wyn Jones, not a lot he can do now.
Big drive there.
Good drive from Ulster. Edging towards the post. Pina, a little step, show and go. Tries to get through. Tackle comes in from Alun Wyn Jones. Ball will come back, though, on the Ulster side. And the ball is dropped from Cave. An opportunity now for the Ospreys to go. They play an advantage. It's Humphreys. Steps inside and he'll go over for a try. Now,
oh, 2 knock-ons.
This is very interesting. Dan Biggar questioning the referee.
I think Dan want to watch himself. He's not the captain. He don't want to be shouting at the referee. However, I do agree with him a little bit.
Pardon?
Well, the crowd don't like that.
Okay, can you check on that for me?
And they're going to check on that, and I think that will result.
No try, I think. It was 2 knock-ons.
Huge cheer from the Ospreys supporters. The referee makes a sign to go and check that decision.
Chris, just so I can hear him, because I'm struggling to hear Tim.
Well, there's the first knock-on.
Knock-on by white there, do you see that? Have you played the advantage after that? And there's knock-on black there.
I quite clearly said advantage. There was 2 clear passes when they could have.
John, I have to say,
he said advantage.
That he said advantage. Now, this is the first ball. Ball is knocked on from Cave.
Have you seen that knock-on there? And then they've had one. So you're happy that it's over there?
See, the thing
is, now that is advantage, and I'm with the referee.
I agree with the referee. That's a try, because if the Ospreys had gone and scored a try down the other end of the field, they wouldn't be saying anything.
Do you know what?
Try.
Well played, Neil Patterson, referee, because I think he is absolutely spot on. That, to me, is advantage. The fact that it was dropped by the Ospreys player, I think that's very, very good play.
I totally agree with you. Like I say there, if the Ospreys had regathered that and gone the full length of the field, it would have been a try. So, you know, fair is fair.
2 knock-ons was there? Didn't show that, did it?
Hold on a second.
Do you want to check?
No, don't go. No, stick to it.
Tim, can you hear me?
Yeah, Neil.
The one thing we're checking is, whenever the knock-on by black, was there a second knock-on by white?
That's the first knock-on.
Yeah, was there a second knock-on by black? Okay, yeah, I know. That's why I asked him. I'm just...
Can't play the
Tim,
advantage.
Tim, you clear on the question? There was a knock-on, first of all, by white. I played advantage. What I need you to check is when it was knocked on by white, was there a second knock-on into black? So therefore I couldn't play advantage, because that's the one I didn't see.
Well, he's lost me now.
Okay, we'll play
if there's 2 knock-ons, he can't. He's got to call it back.
I think,
and it was 2 knock-ons. It should be a scrum, Ulster.
Right. First knock-on.
Yeah, there's a second, right.
Second knock-on by black.
Yes,
right, okay.
First knock-on,
okay.
And there's a second knock-on.
Okay. Well, after much confusion, I think I now understand. There was a second knock-on from Matavesi on the floor, so you can't play on. Absolutely spot on in the end. So, the Ospreys lead Ulster 17 points to 3. A lot of confusion at the end of this first half. We're sure we'll sort it out if you join us after the break for the second half. Well, welcome back to Ospreys against Ulster in the Guinness Pro 12. Ospreys leading 17 points to 3 by virtue of a try apiece for Dan Biggar and Rhys Webb. The rest coming from the boot of Dan Biggar and just the solitary Humphreys penalty for Ulster. You're listening to Andy Moore and David James on the English language red button commentary service. And Dav, a little bit of controversy at the end of the first half. Ulster thought they'd scored a try. Went to the TMO.
Yeah, to the letter of the law. It was a great Nigel Owens. You could hear him. He was very vocal in that, and it was quite right. It was Matavesi. It was a knock-on first by Ulster. Matavesi then threw a forward pass, and then it was another knock-on. So it had to be called back. So great decision.
But Mr. Patterson was willing to go with the advantage option, just didn't spot that forward pass. Good pinch there from Captain Best, and that's Marshall, who's come on to replace Pina at scrum half. Matavesi does well. Little flick inside, despite the attention of Marshall.
That's a maul!
Maul is called by Patterson, the referee.
He's held up there.
They're held up. And that'll be turnover ball. Good work from Ulster and from Andrew Warwick there.
Bernardo just sealed up with by Best then, and they held him up underneath the post. Great play there by Ulster, really, to get the advantage, really, from a great kick.
Well, our hip had the ball stolen from him by Rory Best, and then the substitute Marshall.
Go the other side, go the other side.
Quite happy to put the ball downfield, and the chase was good. Well, the scrummage was a little bit hit and miss first half. And we discussed the possibility of cards. Nothing actually came from referee.
Set.
It'll be Marshall to feed this first scrum of the half. It's better from Ulster. Ball gets back to the feet of Roger Wilson, and a blast on the whistle from Mr. Patterson. Is there going to be...
He's got to do something now, hasn't he?
You see Baldwin.
He's going back and he's going to the floor. You all right? Who's indicated?
Well, that's the 7th penalty that the Ospreys have given away. Big discussion in the front row. That's fairly solid there. I've got to say, I'm no expert at all there. I'd have no idea there.
No, not me. I think the ref doesn't really know. That's why he hasn't gone to the cards, to be quite honest with you. But, you know, he's got to do something about it. He needs to control it. There's been 7 or 8 infringements on the scrum, at least, really, and that was in the first half.
Well, I think the last 4 scrums have gone penalty Ulster, penalty Ulster, penalty Osprey, penalty Osprey. Regardless, Humphreys doubles his and Ulster's total, and just over 3 minutes into the second half, the gap is closed. The Ospreys lead Ulster 17 points to 6. The sight of sore eyes. Bit of ice on the knee of Ruan Pina, who looked very, very composed first half. Marshall. Luke this time kicks the ball downfield, taken by Tipperick. Infield to Evans. Looks to put the ball back inside the 15-metre channel. It's fielded by Humphreys. Good play from Evans again. He finds Biggar this time. Biggar quite happy to push the ball down. It's well fielded by Alun inside to Humphreys. Humphreys with a high ball. It's Alun chase. And the ball will have gone backward, but no one challenged. Dirksen manages to clear up this time.
No, play on. Hands off. Phone's available.
Webb gets the front row involved. That was Thomas and Baldwin. Good pinch. It's Rory Best. Offloads to Tui. Good ball out the back door from Tui to Darren Cave, the centre. Marshall comes in to clear out. That's James King trying to slow the ball down. Marshall. He finds Wilson. Number 8 does well to offload to Diak. Inside then to Marshall. Tommy Bowe off his wing. Biggar trying to dislodge the ball. Doesn't do so though. Marshall continues the move. Down the blind side and eventually through the hands of Mike Allen over the touchline.
A little bit frustrated with that.
Tipperick's gone quickly. And Webb just looks to be content to push the ball downfield and perhaps calm things down, and possibly that's the best thing the scrum half could have done.
Yeah, great play there by Tipperick. He's seen that, you know, they were all at sea there, and he got the ball back to Rhys Webb, who put in a nice kick to relieve the pressure, take him up to halfway. Great options there by the Ospreys.
Well, I think in so many words there, Rhys Webb was saying, listen, we just needed to calm down. And I'm sure Steve Tandy, the coach there looking on, will have been happy with what his scrum half did there, just to set things up again and start from scratch. Rory Best. Middle of the line, finds Franco van der Merwe. Scored a try against the Ospreys back in November, during the autumn international period when Ulster beat the Ospreys 25-16. Still driving inside the Ospreys half, just inside that 5-metre channel. Ball at the back. Marshall gets his hands on the ball, little flat run. Wilson was a dummy runner. And the winger did if you're going to come out the line, you have to make the tackle. Man and ball, he does that. Webb looks to go quickly, runs into the referee, carries on, puts the ball into space. That's behind Marshall. He's happy to push the ball into the Ospreys half. It's straight out though, so they'll go back. But you can see what Webb's trying to do there, just put a little bit of impetus into the game.
He's putting them little probing kicks there. He wanted to speed the game up, and I think that'll suit the Ospreys really, to speed the game up. But watch Eli Walker, he comes in off his wing, bang! Ludwig hasn't got a chance there. Great steal there, and watch then the ever-present, once again, Tipperick in on the ball.
Good ball off the top for Webb. Finds Biggar. Matavesi takes a short ball up the middle, ties up the tackles. Baldwin this time, Hooker does well, evades the tackle of Robbie Diak. Not as quick as Webb would want though. Alun Wyn Jones rides the first tackle. Ball will come back now. It's there for Webb. Slow though, so the forwards line up. That's our hip. Clean out goes then. Webb loses his feet. Biggar. Matavesi looked for the dummy, goes through. Marshall take the ball. Tipperick, a lovely little offload, looks for the inside ball. Let's play on, surely. Still going, and Webb will go over for his second try of the game.
Check just in case what happened here. It looked all okay.
I'm sure that they'll go upstairs and check on that, but that was good play from Webb.
Yeah, great interplay there once again. But Eli Walker had the awareness there to try and keep that ball alive, but I don't know whether he actually put his foot in touch. The video ref is going back. Have a little look, but that looked clear first off.
Well, that's interesting. The question is, any reason why I can't give it? So Tim Hayes, who's the TMO, I wonder if they're thinking there it's a knock on. Now it's come off.
Ludwig, is it?
Louis Ludwig.
Is that a knock on when he's come off Ludwig?
Inside ball
but
comes off Ludwig.
Again.
Now that hits. That actually hits Eli Walker on the head.
From behind the sticks as well for you boys, okay?
That's going forward, is it? No.
And then great pick up from Tipper. Look at that.
Back door.
You know, that is such great ability. Understanding where he is on the pitch. Great hands there from Tipperick. Ball comes inside. Little flick inside.
Oh, great play. Rhys Webb. Don't know about the showboat in here, however, but probably a try there, I'd say.
Backwards actually plays the ball, and therefore there's
Ludwig,
no issues whatsoever.
off Ludwig.
I can award the try.
Okay, just got this one angle for you again. We're looking at it.
Okay.
They're saying is that forward then, is it?
That agrees with you as well.
Yeah, I think he's going to call him back for that one.
Okay.
You're happy with that?
Yeah,
I'm happy that
I
I'm
have no
back
reason
by player. No reason. Thank you. I'll award the try.
Well, you have to say,
Chris, you got a mark. It's just here.
Try down to an awful lot
Tim, if you got
to
a mark
do with
where he grinded the ball
Tipperick.
I have it just here. It's played by a white player going backwards. There was no knock on.
Well, the Ulster players are bemused and I'm sure they'll feel a little bit hard done by.
Just exactly where I thought.
Webb knew exactly what they were doing. There's the mark referee right on the end of that white line. Try is awarded. Second try for that man there, Rhys Webb. 7th try of the season for the scrum half.
Ever present, but the interlink there by Tipperick was just world class, wasn't it? Really, the back door, the offload again.
And on 2 occasions, because he picked the ball nigh on his toes.
Matavesi does well there. He gets over the gain line. Look, always in possession of the ball. Look at the blind side. It opens up. Matavesi again. Sit down.
Watch this. Good hands there. But what's good is he doesn't stop.
Eli Walker done exceptionally well there. He didn't die with the ball. He wanted to get it back. Tipperick, world class.
Clean strike, as we've come to expect from Dan Biggar.
World-class goal kicker, isn't he, really? Always slotting them straight between the uprights. Fantastic skills.
Well, as you say, good point there, Derek. At the touchline, 2 defenders, and Walker did exceptionally well to keep that ball alive. And then it was down to some magic from Justin Tipperick. Well, we'll hear the cheer in the background, and that is for the introduction of a certain blindside flanker with a surname Lydiot.
As you know well, hands-on doesn't count. It is what it is.
Well, the Ospreys certainly in a very commanding position now. 24 points to 6, and there he is, Dan Lydiot. Well, I'm sure he'll be keen to get involved.
Yeah, it's always nice when you join a club, you get your first bloody knocks. He wants to get stuck in, he wants to make an impression.
Well, Lydiot takes the field of play. Bernardo is the player who has left. There'll be a little bit of rejiggling in that back row and second row. King, I would imagine, would drop up to the second row. Good play from Ulster. Last pass a little bit wayward.
Assistant tackler release.
Marshall. Look to hit up.
18 black release.
Good tackle, though. Good pressure from the Ospreys. Darren Cave thought about going quickly, but
he needs just to settle the nerves, get into the corner, try and build the phases once again. They've had a pretty good driving line out of Ulster, but they just need to get more possession.
It's offside.
Well, Tyler Edron was the man who was offside. Penalty given away by the Ospreys. And it gives Ulster the opportunity now, just outside the Ospreys 22. Great addition to the Ospreys squad, Dan Lydiot. Best goes long this time. Toohey offloads to Marshall. Look to hit up through the middle. Inside ball to Tommy Bowe. Well read by the Ospreys. Walker was in there again. Great pickup from Tipperick. This time kicks the ball into space. Such a sensible kick. Chase comes back. Rhys Webb is there.
Hands off back.
Taking the ball back into their 22. It's outside now, so they can't kick directly to touch. Marshall surely will look to take this himself. No. He goes back to Humphreys. And they've kicked straight out. And you can't do that.
I thought the tackle was before.
But if it was touched in flight, then does it count?
There's talk coming in from Nigel Owens again, but the referee clearly said. Great pickup again from Tipperick.
Great play there. That's why he's world class. He's seen that everybody was up flat. He just put his toe to ball, 50, 60 metres downfield, puts Ulster under all sorts of pressure once again. Well,
I think the referee was spot on there. He called what he saw. So Humphreys kicked directly to touch, will come back. The Ospreys have that line out inside the 22. Webb now organising, ball at the base, pretty slow. Drive through from Lydiate.
No, missed it too. Out.
Little step from Webb, offloads then to Eli Walker. Webb again, delayed pass to Alun Wyn Jones. Opened up a hole for the second row, did Webb then. Walker plays 9. Biggar.
That's fine.
Good line.
Good angle from Beck. Just checked all the defenders. It's there again for Webb. It's slow though. Forwards are missed. Walker, little spin. Biggar clears out. Tipperick is there. Webb. Little show from Webb. Again opened up the ball. Looked for the return. Couldn't receive it from Arhip. So Dirksen will play 9.
No, regather.
And
Uncharacteristic.
about to say a commentator's curse, saying how well Tipperick had then dropped the ball, but regathered it, said the referee.
I thought that would have been a knock-on. I thought that was a harsh decision ahead to Ulster, really. Tipperick knocked the ball on. The referee said no. Gives a penalty there to the Ospreys. Kickable distance yet again.
Looking for the corner, though. 18-point difference. So going for the juggler. Five penalties now Ulster have given away. Still 2 behind the Ospreys. There, that little delay there from Webb just opened up the hole for Dimitri Arhip, the Moldovan international. He couldn't quite offload then back to Webb. Good take at the back though from Tyler Adron. The maul is set. Webb now chatting. Call is coming in from Matavesi. Baldwin at the back. Use it comes the call from the referee. It's in there somewhere. Webb looking for it desperately. Rory Best, Ulster captain.
They stole it, they?
Going
No.
forwards.
Oh, big call, referee.
You made the tackle. They're going forwards. Disengaged, 2 made a tackle. Attacking team going forward.
Now the call is use it here from the referee. They've gone to ground. I suppose that's not going to come back from there.
Yeah, the Ospreys are really turning the notch now, aren't they? Really putting Ulster under so much pressure. The amount of penalties that Ulster are giving away. Is it going to be a yellow card? We've been talking about it all through the first half.
Well, Best there, Rory Best. He's all his experience. And there you can see the action areas, the stats. A lot of action in the Ulster 22, and that man Best will need all his experience now to guide this pack and keep them together.
No, Mark's here.
Always leads from the front, always leads by example. That's why he was given the captain's armband on the 2013 Lions Tour against ACT.
Static, I expected to be played.
Such is the standing of this hooker.
Crouch.
Webb, lovely blindside to work with.
Set.
Mike Allen, you can see in the background, can't leave that defensive side. Ball comes in, his winger, opposite winger comes in. Good drive through and simple play, well worked by the Ospreys. Hanno Dirksen off his wing, and that's straight from the training pitch.
Yeah, great platform there set by the Ospreys pack there. And then the power man comes in, Hanno Dirksen then bursts through the first tackle. His forwards get behind him, drive him over, well worked try, straight from the training paddock.
Well, we mentioned now that it was Allen who cannot leave the blind side, despite getting across in the end. Dirksen came, take the ball from
Humphreys missed the first tackle. The back row went a little bit too high on Dirksen. You have to go low in them situations. Too high, good leg drive, bang, he's over. Good try there for the South African protege, who now qualifies for Wales.
Big smile on his face. 19 tries now he scored for the Ospreys. And that one brings up the bonus point. The concentration on Biggar's face goes through the same routine. And as we've seen time and time again, it ends up with the same result. 5 becomes 7. And 29 becomes 31. Good ball, little bit of blocking possibly for Rhys Webb. Well taken by Dirksen. Then
Good
shows
drive.
great strength. Tyler Ardron adding the extra weight. And it's Ospreys 31, Ulster 6.
Great play, they've turned it up there. They've got the actual bonus point now, the Ospreys, haven't they? So they're in the driving seat, and they decide to rest up Rhys Webb, who's had a brace this afternoon.
Yeah, he'd be very pleased with his evening work. And that man there, Martin Roberts, comes on to replace him. He's actually a try scorer in the last time these two met in November. A little bit scrappy from the Ospreys, knocked on from the kickoff. Dan Lydiot in the wars a little bit.
Happy to look at it, or you got anything clear on it?
I think, you know, we're getting a bit too finicky with the laws there. I don't think it was anything really.
Can you just check that for me there for us?
Yeah, we'll put it up here.
Come on.
But we'll check. I think it's good on the timing. If it's good on the timing, it's just a knock.
Yeah, it's nothing at all.
Nothing in that, crikey. If
And you can see Tommy Bowe straight away. He just
he's not even looking at the play, he's looking at the ball.
I think he's looking to get out of the way, to be honest.
Yeah, that's nothing in that. Play on,
Time's
referee.
on.
Yeah, time's on.
Got a change in the front row as well for Ulster.
Hope those are clean.
That's Rob Herring, who's come on to replace Rory Best.
Crouch. No, you two have just come on, and that's too far a distance, okay? Your predecessors couldn't scrum at that distance. Close, please. Crouch.
I think as well, that's Sam Parry in the front row for the Ospreys. So change and hooker for both sides.
Set.
Confirmation of Herring on for Best. That seems to be a better scrum all round. Ulster very strong there.
Back row binding.
Well, that's the most positive scrum we've seen. Ulster.
Mark's here.
Dominated that one, didn't they? Really, the changes in the front row seem to have corrected the problems that we had for the first 58 minutes.
Well,
Yeah, that's fine, Nigel.
it's a much better kick there from Ulster, right on the 5-metre line. Gives them a good opportunity to attack that the Ospreys try line. Futile now going for goal.
They really need a try now, Ulster. What they're going to go for, the driving line out. He's looking for the back players, Ian Humphreys.
Nothing in the lifters, gentlemen, nothing in the lifters.
Herring then, his first opportunity at a line out. Has taken part in probably the best scrum they've had so far. Does his job.
That's one scrum half.
Ulster keep their shape, still going. It's a better drive.
One block.
That's Herring on the ball at the
block.
back. Marshall trying to organise. Fitzpatrick comes in now, adds his weight to that maul.
90.
Still going, they should score here. Ulster,
He's
excellent
over.
work from that driving maul.
Yes, try.
Very good try, and a great riposte from the men in white.
Yeah, well worked. He's delighted with that, isn't he, Rob Herring? He's just come onto the field, first scrum, great scrum, gets the penalty, gets the driving line, a well-deserved try there. Well worked with the Ulster 8.
It was so similar. It was textbook, middle of the line, take the ball down. Part one done. Herring then comes in at the back of the maul, takes over. Guided by Marshall, they work it well. Declan Fitzpatrick doing the heavy work. Herring in behind. Nothing that Alun Wyn Jones can do there. And a well-worked try for the Ulstermen.
Can they get the spoils now with Ian Humphreys? Yes, they can. Great kick.
Excellent kick from the touchline. And Ulster making a fist of it. One thing you know about this Ulster team is that they do not stop. until the final whistle. Managed to get a draw against the Scarlets at the start of the season. I think they were 17 points down and managed that second half to come back and get a draw.
Is this the revival that they so needed? So much needed, really. There's only been one team in it so far.
Well, that high ball goes down to Marshall off that right foot. Tipuric is there to field it. Inside to his fullback, Evans. Off his left foot. Good ball into the corner again. High ball from Humphreys. Right on the touchline. Evans does well to Biggar this time. Straight back again into that channel. A little bit of kicking ping pong. Ulster go high. Chases on. Tommy Bowe goes in. Does well. The winger takes it. Offloads through the hands. Ross to Tui. Then it's Ludic. It's a better ruck from Ulster. A little bit of a spring in their step now after that try. Alun. Marshall at 9.
6 block release.
Good tackle from James King. A little bit scrappy round that ruck. Ulster maintain possession. Marshall is there with it again, looking to go flat. Instead, goes to Humphreys. Ball is taken and given by Cave under pressure from Matavesi. This time it's Marshall. Little grubber kick through. It's not Ashley Beck, it's Martin Roberts there. Is he pushed unfairly without the ball? Yes, says the referee.
This time, but he didn't have the ball.
And it was Luke Marshall, a little bit keen.
We need the theatrics as well, 21, okay?
Yeah, he just put his toe on the ball there. You could see that Martin Roberts was just biding his time and not going down, not going down. You can't shove him in the back like that. However, right decision there by the referee to get the penalty.
Fairness to Martin Roberts. Referee said no need for the dramatics. I think he did an awful lot wrong there.
Yep. Okay.
He's just got a shove in the back.
Time's off then, Rhys. Time's off.
Well, raft of changes coming for Ulster. Stuart Olding coming on for Luke Marshall.
Is that the two centres, is it?
It's a maul! Easy, watch your feet.
Roberts in on the ball from Tipuric. High ball from Roberts. Good take from Humphreys. Ball is kicked through then somehow. Roberts. Not sure the referee knew what, but I think it was that's a right call.
Yeah, it looked as though it was a hand on the ground, the referee is saying there, really.
Came back very quickly. A change for the Ospreys there. Bishop coming on for Beck. I don't think Beck could be pleased. He had a pretty good game, getting back into it.
I think, yeah, he interlinked very well with Matavesi. His offloading was good. He tried to take his defensive lineup. I thought he didn't have a bad game. Well done, Ashley Beck.
Ball off the top from Tui to Marshall. Humphreys. Good offload to Ludic. Nelson in support. That's Tommy Bowe. Good little inside ball to Sean Reedy. Width again, Alun Wyn Jones up in the midfield, making a nuisance of himself and then diving on that ball, creating the turnover. Sam Parry as well, working very well on the floor. Evans off that left foot, happy to just kick the ball into the Ulster half. Tommy Bowe, who started the whole move off. Something and nothing kick really, fielded by Biggar. Inside to Evans.
12, thank you.
Evans this time to Alun. The winger, little show and go kick. Regathered the ball.
Nothing.
Didn't drop it. Crowd don't like it. Tui pulls the ball back. Now that's a knock on. And all a little bit scrappy now, Dad.
Yeah, they're throwing caution to the wind, but there's a couple of poor passes here coming from Ulster, really. A great break initially by Tommy Bowe, who put his foot on the pedal and went and had a great offload then, but stole once again by poor passing. Alun Wyn straight down it. Look at Tommy Bowe here. Great pace, offload, great interlinking once again. There he is, he's just juggling with the ball, and then the poor pass comes there with Humphreys. Can't really regather this one. Oh, no.
Yeah, the frustration. There, you can see it. After all the build-up, and then something as simple as that.
Couple of your ball have been absolutely rock solid. I expect exactly the same.
And that's the 9th handling error from Ulster. 7 for the Ospreys.
Okay. Yep, Mark's there.
I suppose in some respects you could say, take a positive from those negative figures, that the ball is giving a little bit of air. Both teams are trying to play.
Yeah, it's been a good game thus far, really, but you can see the frustration coming in from Ulster. They're throwing caution to the wind, but some very poor passing. Ball not going to hand.
Roberts to feed.
Scrum.
Better scrum again from Ulster. They've pinched that one. Need to get that out now. Well, no more than they deserve there, Ulster.
How many penalties has there been on the scrum? That'd be an interesting stat, wouldn't it?
8 also. Ball was in.
Well, I expect nothing different. Humphreys, rather, will look to put the ball as close to the Ospreys' try line as possible. Just about gets into the 22. That's 10 penalties now that the Ospreys have given away, and that'll be a statistic that won't please Steve Tandy.
Yeah, no yellow cards though. He threatened it in the first 20 minutes.
As Rob Herring finds Dan Tui. Alun Wyn Jones takes down the jumper straight away. He can do that, but the ball now is with Wilson, the number 8. Herring's in front of him. Use it as the call. They're still going forward. Have to use it though if the referee calls it. Little snipe from Marshall. Excellent ball to Tommy Bowe, and that's a well-worked move.
Great try.
A question of crossing, but so simple.
Well,
good pass from Marshall.
Yeah, Marshall there read it. Really a planned move there. We're bringing in the big man, Tommy Bowe. British line, he's not a British line for nothing really. Showed a clean pair of heels straight under the sticks. Driving line out, brought down well Marshall there by the Ospreys. However, great play there by Ulster to get him back in the game.
Well, flat ball. And Biggar, well,
he did actually hit him, so that, to letter of the law, that could have been a block.
yeah, Stuart Oldham came up in his face, but I'm not sure really that there's the flat ball.
Great ball.
Yeah, in fairness, I think Matavesi had drifted. Tommy Bowe never going to miss from there. Extras are added, and suddenly it's game on. 11 points.
See the tempo in the Ulster team just being picked up now in the last 5 minutes in particular.
Well, we mentioned earlier they came back to scrape that draw against the Scarlets, having been some 17 points down. And certainly they are a team that will not give up. Evans inside the Biggar. Biggar will surely look to put the ball downfield, does so. Little bounce of the ball. That's fielded by Nelson. Tackle comes in, excellent defence, good kick chase. Tui, tackled back, this time by Gareth Thomas. Wilson.
Captain, off your feet, no.
Marshall finds Humphreys. It's a good wide ball. That's Olding. Marshall again. Humphreys finds his number 8 in the midfield, just looking to get into the heart of that Ospreys defence. Marshall has to dig for it. Does well. Delayed pass. Still there for Marshall. Scrum half has a little snipe himself. That's Bronson Ross, another substitute on the field. Flat ball. Oh, and I think that was momentum that's taken him over the top. No call from anybody. No one's upset with that. Play goes on. Dirksen made the tackle. Ross again. Marshall. Humphreys. Ball comes back. It's Tommy Bowe as well, lurking behind the ball this time, though. It's well taken by Bishop. Opportunity now for Roberts. He finds Biggar. They look to go wide this time, feign the kick. Evans, lovely pass to Matavesi, puts the ball in front, dummy from the centre, and lose the ball in one hand, lost the ball. And really, an unforced error there, Dow.
No, he's been a little bit too cocky there. He had the ball in two hands. He showed and go, come off his right peg. Then he just put it into one hand. I don't know what he was trying to do with the one-hand offload. Great tackle there by Dirksen there. Yeah, no infringement whatsoever. But look at this. The boys just willing to throw the ball around. A great entertaining game for the crowd that turned up.
Yeah, just the fact the ball in one hand there. He'd be disappointed with that. Had a good game as well, Matavesi.
Yeah,
been a constant threat to that Ulster back line.
He's carried a lot of ball and he's posed a lot of problems there to Cave and Marshall, who've now been replaced. So he's caused a lot of problems out there, really. But fair play to the Ospreys. They've put in some ball wide. They're playing with a lot of composure, really.
Yeah, and a big push now required from the Ospreys, because it's really been all about Ulster this the middle period of the second half.
Yeah, it's a game on, what is it, 11 points with roughly 9 or 10 minutes to go.
Well, the scrum will be interesting now, because the last two scrums have been all about Ulster. So I'm sure the Ospreys will be keen to put a stop to that.
Yeah, let's hope it doesn't end in another penalty. We've seen a vast amount of the scrums end in penalties in this game.
Set. No, just straight on the engagement. There was nothing in it, okay? You've been doing well second half, gents. Let's get the standard up for the last 15.
Yeah, fair play.
Yes, go on. Head and shoulders.
It's been 10
head and
penalties.
shoulders. Just a little bit higher.
Well, I'll say that for him, that just confirmation there that Mark Thomas is replaced by his namesake Gareth. Whilst he hasn't given the yellow card in that front row, he has been positive with them, trying to talk to them and keep it going.
I suppose if you do give a yellow card, it just breaks the game up a little bit more, but the game has been quite good.
But that Ulster scrum isn't going anywhere. Ball at the feet of Wilson. Easy for Marshall.
Thank you.
Humphreys has to chase for it. Little dink over the top. Tommy Bowe takes and gives him one run.
Oh, great
but
play
Evans
by
ran
Dan.
exceptionally well. Dan Evans was very, very alert there. Bowe looked to catch and kick in one movement. Lydiate rushes up, puts Humphreys under pressure. Tackle comes in on Stuart Oldham. Marshall, Humphreys. That's Nelson. Marshall again, little snipe down the bind side. Good break from the scrum half. He's got away, ball over the top. Well read by Walker yet again. And the winger's off on his darting run, twisting, turning, managed to evade the first tackle of Bronson Ross. Ball fired back from Roberts to Biggar. Goes the aerial route, and you know he'll chase it. Nelson takes it, tackle immediately by Biggar.
No, backwards.
Ball has gone back, foot comes through. Dirksen this time, and that's Tui. The second row, a little trundle up the blind side, tackled by Biggar.
Push.
Outside half, certainly not afraid to stick his head in where it hurts. Humphreys, nothing on, drifting. Nelson comes on a switch.
Great line.
Good move. Oldham, ball comes off his knee. Is that play on? No, says the referee. But Ulster suddenly there looking to cut some lines behind.
Yeah, they're changing an angle there, really. They're looking to create the tempo in the game, but look at this now. Chip kick there, but Tommy Bowe, great regather, one movement, bang, but ever-present Dan Evans. Wow, what a great take there by him. great reactions.
I mean, it's good skills from both players. Firstly, Tommy Bowe, take and get a lovely little break from Marshall, as you'd expect from a scrum half. And Eli Walker, he's had a good battle there against both Tommy Bowe and Mike Allen. What I like today about this game is the wingers not happy to stay in their 15-metre channel. They've come off the wing, they've looked for the ball. We've seen Dirksen and Walker, Bowe and Allen coming in, looking to play, come off the outside half shoulders, give the scrum halves an opportunity to use them as runners.
Yeah, they've got a license to play, and these guys are really trying to express themselves, and it's been great to watch actually today. You know, they've been spinning the ball wide, but also, as you've alluded to there, the back three in particular have been working in unison, and they've been coming in off 10, coming in off 12, posing a lot of problems. But not only that, they're working back in defence very, very effectively, both sets of back three.
Rhys Webb looks on, his work is done. He'll be very pleased. Another 2 tries, takes him up to 7 for the season. And certainly in a rich vein of form is the scrum half. Well, it's gone down. Not much interested in that, the referee. Did look like a slip, I have to say. Not much in that. There's Webb going over for one of his brace this evening. And there's the second. As ever, a scrum half on hand, always in support. And no surprise, with 2 tries, that Rhys Webb fittingly takes the Man of the Match award. Well, free kick to the Ospreys at that scrum. There's the table as it stands. Ospreys sitting proudly on the top, 36 points ahead of Glasgow on 35, Munster 33. So, pretty pleasing evening work for the Ospreys. High ball from Biggar then. Into the last 4 minutes now, taken out of the air by Peter Nelson. Ball's there for Marshall, look to go down that blind side. It's Bronson Ross, offloads. Call for a high shot from the Ulster players. Nothing given by the referee. Humphreys, not one of his better ones. Higher rather than longer. Roberts, scrum half did well. Ball is there. Lydiate comes in, plays 9. A little step and go from Andrew Bishop. Nothing on, takes it forward. Thomas. Drive comes in.
Take a step, White.
Martin Roberts is there. It's slow ball. He calls for Tipuric to come in to use it. He's got Lydiate on hand. They combine. 2 internationals. Third one in the shape of Alun Wyn Jones comes in now. Our hip. Yet another international takes the ball on.
No hand, 17. No, ruck's formed. Ruck's formed.
Slow ball for Roberts. A little bit of scuffle going in on the side. Nothing to write home about though. Ruck is formed again. Ball is there for Roberts. Look to go a little bit wider. It's King taken down. Biggar as ever, getting involved in the physical stuff. Roberts points up. Alun Wyn Jones yet again clearing out. His work rate is phenomenal.
Use it!
Matavesi, step off that right foot, back into contact, taken down to ground by Ross.
Use it!
Hip. Drive goes on, running the clock down, moving towards the final 2 minutes. To remind you, Ospreys have that bonus point. Virtue of scoring 4 tries. Tackle comes in this time
18 step
from O'Connor. Alun Wyn Jones. Tackled by Reedy. Hip is at the base, told to get off and offer himself as a runner by Roberts. Instead, he uses Tyler Ardron. Just crabbing back and forth within that 15-metre channel. Ospreys know exactly what they're doing. Alun Wyn Jones, a little bit of impetus now, picks and goes. Tackle comes in from Bronson Ross yet again. but the second row has still made 5 metres, and eventually is a turnover, and Ulster will be looking to get out of here quickly. Kick to touch is made over the line. One last opportunity to try and get some points on the board. There's a chance that they could get a losing bonus point. A try would do it. Well, there we are. Look at that's the turnover stat there, 9-1. Incredible statistic. Tui almost directs it towards his scrum half Marshall. Alan O'Connor in a little bit of a battle. Does just enough to get the ball back. Marshall finds Humphreys. That's Olding. He's well read and well marshalled by Dan Biggar, but Ulster should maintain possession through Marshall. Scrum half has a little snipe. Good offload then from Bronson Ross. Tackle comes in from Tyler Ardron. Marshall again, flat ball, Humphreys. Tui, the second row. All he finds is Thomas. He offloads to Tipperick, and the Ospreys have the ball again. Clock is running down. Biggar into space behind Peter Nelson. Infield, the bow, nothing that he can do there. The ball goes out. The clock will tick over. There won't be time for the line out, I wouldn't have thought. Although they have decided, the officials, that there will be time for the line out. They'll do it, looks on.
Clever play there by Biggar, really. He knows the clock is ticking down. Ulster want to run it back. Haven't got the opportunity, but the kick is only as good as the chase, and the Ospreys have been there in numbers throughout today's game.
Alun Wyn Jones, one-handed, great skill off the top as ever. Gareth Thomas comes in, takes the ball. Martin Roberts, happy enough to put the ball over the touchline. So the Ospreys, with that man there, Rhys Webb getting 2 tries, 2 of the 4 tries that bought the Ospreys the bonus point. 4 tries to 2, avenge the 25 points to 16 at the Kingspan Stadium. It's the Ospreys, 31 points to 20, take the spoils against Ulster at the Liberty Stadium.